Japan is coming. Japan is coming. Japan is coming. Japan is coming. Okay, anyways. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Menards Cup Series for race number 33 of the season at Phoenix Raceway. For the first round of the round of 8, or first race of the round of 8, someone can lock in to the championship at Charlotte today. And we will find out if someone does. But let's go through your qualifying grid. So on pole, Wallace Fields starts from the pole, +6 to the cut line coming into this race. Larry Cooper Jr. qualifies second. He's -4 to the cut line. First time I believe he's been under the cut line this playoffs. Christopher Conaway, he's lowest in points. He starts third today, -12. Holmes, he will start in fourth, +24 to the cut line. Then we have Carl Scott, Ross Newton, +31 to the cut line. Carl Scott got eliminated last round. Byron Wise, he will start -1 to the cut line, first guy out. And then we have James Freeman. Then we have Penny Kim, +1 to the cut line, 4th in points. Has a decent qualifying effort, but I think it's going to take a lot of top 10s at the very least to make this championship. Conaway, who went home last week. Aaron Bush, -10 to the cut line. Then we have Augustine Pryor, Gary Collins, Austin Liang, Corey Soto, Dan Curry, Clyde Wheeler Jr., Chris Wolf, Brian Newman, Leticia Kelly, Jeremy Marcus, Pete Bryan, Troy Acosta, Brody Earnhardt, Sheldon Hampton, Patricia Reed, Edwards Carl, Julian Daniels, Denny Ham, Will, Justin Bell, Corey McKinney, Carlos Martinez, Todd Young, Hunter Kong, Sandier, Bruce Knockwit, Andrew Bell, and in last place, Ralph Curry. So all of the playoff drivers are inside the top 11. So this is going to be a very competitive round of 8 if I had to guess. Did you speak real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure my headset's okay. Who is your pick to win Phoenix?
Let's see. I actually know we had the same preseason picks for the whole round of 8. We both picked Byron Wise.
I could see it.
Yeah.
7th.
Honestly, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Freeman.
I'm going Harms. I think, obviously, he won here earlier in the season, but he has been on fire in the playoffs. I think he has, what, 3-4 wins in the playoffs?
Something like
Should
that.
have more than that. Coming to the green. Green flag up to the goose they go in Phoenix. And the round of 8 is underway. Moved to the bottom already from Conaway. Conaway trying to clear, unable to do so. Fields holds it around the outside for now. 3 wide, Wise to the bottom. Carl Scott in a pancake right here. As Christopher Conaway goes to the point in Phoenix. Still has company 3 wide. LCJ gonna send it on the bottom.
Would you consider CMSR mid or like good?
I would say they're like,
Or good? Yeah.
yeah,
What do you think?
like
Are they
in
mid?
between mid and good.
Okay.
In my opinion. Like, I think they have their moments, but I think they're still like kind of a mediocre team. They're like 2022 23XI, where like they were like kind of mid,
Yeah.
but like they kind of like showed up sometimes.
What about Colt?
Cole, I think, is a step above them.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
So, Fields to the bottom for the lead. Newton goes to 4th. Conaway drops to 5th. Holmes squeaked up to 3rd. He is on the move, and a nearly bad block from the 28. Side by side for 2nd. Holmes gonna curve the bottom. Side by side. Holmes could go to the point. Side by side. Holmes with the quickest time by quite a bit. Oh, I guess it's him and Newton. They're pretty close. Newton 3 wide to the bottom. Not letting this lead go. Looking a lot like the Dex race from last night. Holmes holds it just to the outside of Newton, sorry. Top 7 cars, all playoff drivers. Aaron Bush right there in 9th. So, top 9 is filled with playoff cars. Carl Scott, the only non-playoff car up here. Holmes goes to the point. Temporarily, here comes Newton back to the bottom. What are the stages, actually? I don't remember.
Let me look.
And with how
30, 30, 50.
Oh, okay. And with how aggressive it seems up at the front of the field and how fast these playoff guys are, I think stage point's gonna be very valuable here. Newton goes to the lead for now. Won't quite clear. Holmes sticks it around the outside. Does Fields force the issue? Not really, but Newton gonna go to the lead. At least for now. Here comes Fields back to the bottom. He's gonna go for the lead now. Seems like it is just a melee up front here at Phoenix. You know, it's giving Richmond vibes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Newton gonna slip away by a car length. We'll see how long that lasts. The 2-car big run on the high side. He's gonna get back to him. He takes it to the bottom. Side by side for the lead again. Two-car gonna clear. Not quite. Holmes back to the lead. 100 laps to go. We are probably about 9% of the way down this race. It is heating up a little bit early on. Three wide. Into turn 3, and wide's right there as well. And I would like to mention, everyone inside the round of 8 is energy or Valvoline minus the
Aaron Bush.
So it's looking very likely that they will continue their streak of dominance. I believe they've won every championship in MCS.
Yeah. Wait, no. Fields.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I forget about that sometimes.
Yeah.
Holy
Man, that was
crap.
such a great year. A non-Valvoline or energy champion.
3 wide again, this time for 2nd. Holmes slipping away. First time we've seen that today. Oh, Cooper Jr. almost dumped it. And Newton clears to 2nd on the high side. And Conaway sticking right in this. He's going to join this fight. Bush dropping to 11th. And remember, up next, Michigan. A little bit of a wild
That should be a
card.
fun one.
A little bit of a very interesting race. I think that's going to shake up the playoffs, especially with how often wrecks can happen. I mean, we
Yeah,
saw in
for
Cup,
sure.
it was a little bit less chaotic than usual. But still. Oh, Cooper Jr. almost turned around again. He is sliding all over the place. Halfway through stage number 1 in Phoenix. By the way, I believe the Arizona car is running in the Arizona 110.
Wow.
See? There it is. Conway has dropped back, and take a look at this. Chris Wolf.
Yeah, I was about to say Chris Wolf has kind of stepped up a little bit recently.
I mean,
I still think he has a lot of potential.
Oh, I think so too. I think teams know that. He's still young. I can't remember how old he is exactly, but young driver.
Early 20s.
Yeah. Like, young driver with a ton of time to mature and develop. I think if
And of
someone
course,
can pick him up, I think he will be a great addition.
yeah.
Maybe not right out
I
of
mean,
the
there's
gate, but
yeah. There's stuff we can't say, but rumors we have heard involving him. Can't say anything, but
side by side for 10th. Freeman and Bush. As Fields goes for the second spot here. He's trying to pick up another point. Reminder, this top 2 doesn't really need points. They just need good finishes.
yeah.
And they'll be fine. Which is probably... I think if the 2 car wins this race and locks in, I think that'll be huge. Because Michigan, he can just go for it. And that's one of those tracks you want to be able to just send it. Because it's such an easy track to make a mistake at.
I just got told that I'm overrating energy racing.
Ref?
Because I put them in the elite tier.
Ref. Ross Newton might be, I would argue, top 3 in history. Might be top 1. Depends on who you ask.
Yeah. If he doesn't win a championship, it's going to be kind of hard, but...
But it's like if it's like Drew Brees. Imagine he didn't win a ring. Would we really say that he's bad just because he didn't win a ring? Same with Aaron Rodgers and stuff. Like, same sort of concept here. Scott having a pretty outstanding day for a non-playoff driver, and even for him, he's been quite strong at the end of this season. Made it to the round of 12. Didn't have the best round of 12, and unfortunately got eliminated. But still yet to see victory lane in that 93 in God knows how long. I mean, you could check his winless streak, but it has been...
Wait, who?
Carl Scott.
Oh, it's over 100. 120, second longest behind Ralph Curry.
Yeah, okay, well, we know he's not passing him. Unless, well, actually he might. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Now, Wolf did drop back to the 9, but he was up there fighting the 9. Which is quite impressive. And honestly, Gary Collins has impressed me this season. I know he was injured and missed the playoffs, but he's been very solid. I feel like we've talked about him a lot. He's kind of quiet, but I don't know. I like his driving style. Like, how often has Gary Collins wrecked a race car?
Not much. Despite that stretch with the 77 wrecked like 7 weeks in a row.
Okay, but
with a
like,
mix of Will and Gary Collins.
I feel like Gary Collins was like 2 of those.
Yeah, and Gary Collins doesn't really cause wrecks, honestly.
I think he's one of the cleanest, most likable drivers in the garage.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single...
Have you ever met someone who hates him?
I've never seen anyone that says, I do not like Gary Collins. Side by side for second still. Fields trying to get that point. Fields needs it so much more than the 45. with 5 to go in the stage. A point right here. Pretty big deal for someone that's only 6 points to the good. Not so much for someone that's plus 31, but you want to keep Wallace Fields out of the championship. He is so good at Charlotte. I mean, he won the Coke 600 or the Pepsi 300 earlier this season. I believe in the Pepsi car, ironically.
Yeah.
Pretty much dominated that after the 2 car got taken out. I think the 2 car is going to be the biggest threat for Ross. I mean, we saw that last year, how he literally lost to him. And now the 2 car's doing his thing again. But he does pull away. 3 to go. Lap traffic kind of helping him. They've spread out pretty well.
God.
What?
An email real quick. Jesus.
Wow. Oh my god. Yo, do they not understand the context of Ross? Like, do they have the context?
Yeah, no, they know he's retiring.
Yo, ref.
I don't know what the hate is on, you know,
Yeah.
but
Damn, like, I guess.
crazy.
You should try to, like, plead his case.
I will.
Anyways. Harms will come on to the back straight away. For the final time in stage number 1. And stage 1 winner, Michael Harms. Second will be Ross Newton. Third will be Wallace Fields. So, a couple of points for a couple of drivers. No. Who is suggesting TS?
All of that is horrible. No. Dirk Sitt's 1 year in Cup was the worst season of an MCS driver of all time.
Have you met Carlos Martinez or Ralph Curry?
Okay, but they don't have cars. They're pretty much driving a boat.
Dude, whenever I think of Ralph Curry, I sometimes think of like that Meg clip where she's driving like the musical car. Like that one meme. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Ref?
My bad, I don't know what happened.
No, that was not you, that was me.
Oh.
I dropped my like controller, I don't even know how. And it unplugged everything. Yes, this. That. I think of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 2 cars stayed out 1 extra lap. Why? I don't know. But, say goodbye to the 2 car, I guess. Goodbye, USA. Welcome, Hawaii. Oh, wow. Austin Liang's up here all of a sudden. Why is Colt so good here?
I don't know.
Yo, line of energy cars, by the way. And if you count Conway, it makes it even better. Okay, so you know how we were glazing Chris Wolf? I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Oh, he only lost like 1 spot. He's fine. I'm so used to not looking for the out of the groove car. Ralph. What are we doing, Ralph?
made my argument. Yo, ChatGPT is so easy to like change its mind.
Just... Oh, Energy wants to get younger, huh? Alright, Ross Epstein.
This got to be the worst take I've ever seen. This got to be the worst take I've ever seen.
Okay, I would like to mention Christopher Conaway is still in the playoffs, and I would say a top 5 driver. Collins has been really consistent, and Soto's being Corey Soto. He's never not been like this. He's always been serviceable as hell, and wins sometimes.
Sign someone like Carl Scott. Yeah. Now you're just pushing it, bro.
Bro, one good season and we're glazing. Green flag. By the way, that's another guy that can't even win. Like, what are we trying to do? No wins challenge? As LCJ slide jumps, pushes a 45 all the way to the wall.
They're 4
and
wide.
Here comes the 19. 4
wide per second, 3 wide.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Here comes Liang on the bottom. He's trying to make something happen. Crazy restart. Here comes the 19. 19 to the bottom. 3 wide. For the 19 of Austin Liang. Here comes the 68. Sends it 4 wide for the race lead. Coming up off of turn 2. It's going to get real tight.
Oh.
They bang doors. Still 3 wide for the race lead. We were almost 3 wide for the race lead the entire lap. And here comes Fields into the battle again. Freeman to the lead. His first career win came at Phoenix last season in the spring race. Can he get another win at Phoenix? Conaway up near the wall. He's trying to gain spots up there. 3 wide again. Newton, a huge send. Slides it in on the bottom. Oh, there goes the 28 back to the bottom. He wants a shot at this lead again. I mean, he's going to get aggressive. To the lead by a half a car length.
And we're 3 wide again.
Newton back to the bottom. Unbelievable racing. Here at Phoenix as the 10 car got slid up the track by Scott. Pryor down to the bottom. Ross Newton looks like he may clear. Gonna be clear out of turn 2. Now can the 45 try to drive away? I thought you couldn't sell people anymore.
And Newton trying to win his way into the championship and finally win that elusive championship right before he retires.
Yeah, he wants the asterisk next to his win. Alright, next to his wins. That stat would go down in history, and I think it would give him a realistic shot of being considered the best driver in MCS history. Now, I don't know if he'll forever stay that way. I think Harm's still young will add to his tally. But he is in good company if he can win that championship. 4 wide back here. Still fighting deep in the pack. Contact made. Not a whole lot of room for how wide this racetrack is. I mean, obviously nothing official yet, but something to talk about. In your opinion, between the two rookies, who is your rookie of the year this season?
Honestly, it's close, but I feel like it's going to be the 32. I feel like the 32's just had a better all-around season. The 84 shown flashes,
Side by side for the lead, by the way.
but I don't think it's been better.
Okay. I agree with all of that, but that's looking at it from a very statistical perspective.
Yeah.
Let's have a reminder where that 32 was last year and where that 84 was last year. That 84 was significantly worse last year than it has been this year. Obviously, a change of teams and drivers and manufacturers, so basically everything changed on this 84, but still kind of the base crew is pretty similar. And it has looked significantly better. Had those flashes that Higgins never had. I mean, outside of plate tracks, but it's expected. And I would say that 32, obviously, you're coming off of LCJ, one of the best prospects right now in Cup. But a clear decline in the 32's performance this year.
Yeah.
No win. I don't even know if it got a top 5 or anything. But I don't know. I think it will be a closer fight than it appears when you look at the stat sheet. But I 100% understand your side on the Julian Daniels is better. He has had a statistically better season. That is undeniable. But that's taking it at face value. Newton was able to defend from the 28. Two-car has climbed back into the top 10 after having to sacrifice his track position. He works 9th place, looking for 3 wide, trying to get 2 of them to get up to 7th. So Holmes through to 7th. Reminder, he's on the best tires in the field. And I would say he's arguably the best car. He's up there for sure. I think he's the best long run car. Short run, I don't know. Penny Kim has taken a step back this season in general, but also this race. She was up kind of in like 8th-ish place. She's dropped kind of 6 spots here. Contact between Will and Chris Wolf. I forgot Will was in this car. Obviously, injury from Roosevelt Ortiz after his injury at Talladega. They have no plans to rush him back and have him race any of the remaining races. So, I believe their plan is Will in potentially throwing some other drivers in the car these final few races. I think they'll keep Will in at least next race, but we'll see if they try something different for one of these other races. Throwing a different Chevy development driver. 3 wide up here. Conaway works the bottom. That's for the 2nd spot. Good run around the outside for Fields. Can't clear Freeman. Freeman has been very strong. Maybe, but like, he does kind of have a ride for the next 4 races. So.
Oh yeah, that is true. Forget he's in that car.
Yeah, it doesn't do much. Surprisingly, no cautions for incident. No mechanical / tire / whatever you want to say issues all race long. It's been surprisingly clean. And we are nearly at the halfway mark of this race for one, and two, I mean, we are just flying through these laps. Holmes has caught this group. He passed Wise. Didn't even get to talk about that. He will work on LCJ and now James Freeman with the 3 wide move on the bottom. I don't think he'll be able to contend for this stage win without a caution, but I think he could potentially get stage points. And Conaway trying to keep some stage points. Oh yeah, did you get stage 1 and do the stage points or no?
I actually just went back in the video and did that because I forgot to do
That's
it.
really funny that I'm asking you that as you do it. Because I remember it was Harms, Newton, Fields. To the bottom, LCJ versus Harms for the 5th spot. No points on the line for this position, but track position is worth quite a bit, especially at a track like this. Halfway mark of this race. And I think it could be a classic 2 in 45 showdown. We'll find it a little bit funny. Well, Wise has just basically been replaced by Harms in terms of rage baiting Ross Newman. Llewell was arguably funnier. Wise to the bottom. Gonna try to pass LCJ. It's for the 5th spot. Teammates going at it. As Kim trying to recover. I can't.
No, I'm just sending that for later,
Okay.
so you can look at it.
Because it's multiple pictures, so it like does like the thing where it like crops.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I could email device it. But I think my email device fell. 2 to go, stage 2.
Now look at that 99 in 3rd. It looks like might stay there. I think that's a.
He's got company 68 to the outside, 2 car going to the inside, 3 wide in the middle. So what did you say?
Well, I was gonna say that's an important spot because all the points you can get right now in this round of 8 with how tight the points are.
Oh, absolutely. Harms might get both of them here. Harms looks like he's gonna pick up another playoff point potentially. And Harms and Conaway gonna fight for it. Ross Newton, stage 2 winner. And Harms will get 3rd. So it'll be the same top 3 except the 2 car gets 3rd and everyone moves up 1.
So that puts Newton plus 36, Harms plus 28, and Fields plus 9. I feel like it's really going to be a battle for those final 2 spots.
Probably. I think the 2 and 45 are essentially locks.
Yeah. Unless something horrible happens.
Okay, the Toyota thing's slightly valid.
Yeah, Toyota has so many drivers, but none of them are like
that amazing. Besides Ross Newman.
Yeah.
Conaway is as well, I guess. He just can't
Ford
win.
makes sense. They do have a lot of drivers, but most of the Ford teams are kind of like I don't know, set a little bit. But CMSR could like get some new drivers, but I don't know about them yet.
Both Colt drivers are gonna resign.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see changes from them in D1. Obviously, both of their drivers, actually all their drivers in Cup, on contract, logs on contract. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But Liang and Acosta both on contract as well this year. And I think the 31 may have made his case to stay in this car.
Yeah.
Made it to the round.
Yeah, sooner or later we're going to start getting announcements on contract extensions and all of that. I believe behind the scenes some have already happened, just yet to be announced.
Yes. But no, I think Colt will stay the same. I don't know. They definitely wouldn't let Liang walk.
Yeah, for sure.
They have enough money to pay him. And I think he's...
Unless he chooses to walk, but I think he's loyal to this team. I mean, they're the team that gave him a chance.
Yeah, and he's been very solid with them. I don't think they've ever really let him down. He had a really good season this season. I think he finished top 5 in regular season points. Obviously,
yeah,
didn't have the playoffs he wanted, but I think that kind of happens to everyone. And I think 3 bad races, not saying all of them are on Colt or him, but 3 bad races isn't enough to walk away from a potential championship contending team. I think they're kind of a step below championship contention, but I think...
Yeah, I think in a year or two.
I think the 31, I think Acosta, I wouldn't let him walk, but I could see the opportunity for him to walk.
Yeah.
He's definitely weaker than the 19.
I think in a situation where maybe not this year, but in the next few years, because I would say the situation with Francesco Free and D2 is an interesting one. Solely for the fact, like we said, there's not that many Ford rides that are going to be open where I think Francesco Free would take them.
Yes. A couple of rides opening up next season. I think the 91 might. I think the 69 might. I think the 1 might. I think the 31 and 19 might. Like, I think... I'm just talking about contract-wise. I'm not saying that they will, but I'm saying...
Yeah.
There are rides opening. I think most will be re-signed. I believe Shell and Hampton, his contract is up at the end of this year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. We'll see, but we're about to get the final stage underway. From Phoenix Raceway. Green flag. And what a jump from Fields. Fields gonna clear. Here comes the 2. 2 car gonna go 3 wide to the bottom. No surprise there. And could you imagine we get a late race caution at this track? How amazing that final restart would be. Oh, Rickon! The 31 around! Will involved! Hunter calling in it.
Oh,
Will turned around. 5 wide. Here on another turn.
Again. Oh, it's the 6th car and the 00. So I walk away for 10 seconds and I come back and everyone's dying.
Yeah, the 31 involved. I don't know how bad he got hurt, but he was turned around.
Right as we were talking about him, too.
Yeah, first wreck of the day. Right after I was talking about how clean of a race it was. Okay. And it is an interesting one. I mean, they're side by side. Like, they aren't even really 3 wide. Oh, looks like... Oh. Okay, we're not going to rewatch it.
Save of the century.
Yeah. But what it appeared to have happened is they were 3 or 4 wide in front of them. They kind of started to slow down. Acosta was clear of the 49. Had to slightly slow down for the 3 and 4 wide out of the turn. Tried to come up and the 49 stuck his nose there. I think that was a racing incident.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the footage of the stream. And you were about right.
Yo, I'm such a genius. Let me cook. Put me in that Fox booth now.
I genuinely walked out of my room for 10 seconds and I come back and I see Will getting ping pong balled around the field.
Yo, genuinely, could you never leave again?
Well, we can go back to our conversation. Francesco Free, I feel like the only ride I could see him taking out of the possible Ford rides to open up this offseason is the 31, and that's probably one of the more unlikely ones to open up. I mean, maybe I could see him taking a CMSR ride, but ideally, you're a Ford driver. A Valvoline ride is not going to open up for a while, likely.
I think you.
I'd want to go to the second best Ford team.
Yeah. One thing I will say is if I had to guess, with the contract situation at Colt, I think with the 29 running part time, I think they're trying to open a third car. And that could be a good landing spot for him. I also think likely the 31 Acosta will only get a 1-year deal, 1-year extension. To drive the 31 next year. I think it'll be more of a long-term extension for Liang.
Yeah.
So I could see a spot potentially opening up in the next year or two. Keep in mind, Francesco Free is contracted next year with Valvoline in D2 to stay in the 47. So.
Yeah, and I also would like to mention, I think the past 2 or 3 seasons, maybe even 4, we have had at least one move in the offseason where a team has sold a charter or sold a car and another team's bought it. So I wouldn't totally count that out too, like you're saying with Colt, if they're trying to expand to a third full-time car. I know of some teams that are shopping for a charter. So we'll see how that goes, but then again, we have no clue what some of these teams behind the scenes are thinking.
Yeah. One team that has been open about their willingness to look for a charter, D2 team, Enveron, Alpha Enveron, I believe, has been looking around at trying to get into the Cup Series. They expect to be in the Cup Series by season 10. So, still a ways away, but I'm sure if a charter was being sold, they would likely be one to jump on it. They have a lot of money to go around. And they have the talent.
And if for some reason they're able to get a charter this year, that's the only scenario where I see Jalen Long not going to the 70. I know, like, of course, nothing official. We haven't heard any talks yet, but I feel like everyone in their minds is just assuming that he's going to the 70.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, Dodge, he works with the Dodge development program, obviously being in a Dodge car. But I think there's serious talks of him signing a contract soon.
Yeah.
And 3 wide for the race lead on this restart. Harm's looking to jump. Here comes the 99 trying to make up 4. Not quite going to be able to get there. Harms will not quite clear. Got really tight. The exit had to go to the gas. Almost caused a wreck. He lost a ton of time out of the turn. Gonna drop back to 3rd. Harms trying to get there. Fields goes to the bottom. Fields will go to the point temporarily. How many lead changes has this been? This has been a spectacular race up at the front of the field. Besides I guess the end of both stages, but no one's really been able to sneak away from this field early in the run. Top 5 state playoff cars. LCJ drops the 7th spot. And then there's a couple of stragglers back here. Kim Bush fighting for 13th. To the bottom from the 28. Can't make it work. There's enough speed on that second line where you can really hold your position as the 2 car trying to take the lead. Gets to the gas really well. Gonna go to the lead. Clears and squeezes up. Comes to the lead in Phoenix for the time being. Oh yeah, by the way, 49 and 7 are both out, so will
back.
not gonna end his winless streak this week. Down to the bottom, Fields for the lead. Gets the 2 car a little bit loose, but way too shallow of a dive bomb to make that work. The outside in 3 and 4 is strong enough to be able to hold that. You have to be like well with it, like within the parameters to kind of take that spot. 45 trying to take it on the outside. That sounds really bad. Side by side for second. Fields still trying to hold off that spot. Doesn't look like he'll be able to do it. Newton looks to chase his championship rival. Now, when will Conaway win a damn race?
Honestly, I feel like this top 4 right now could very well be our 4 drivers in the championship.
I think this top 3 is probably the most likely. I think
yeah, the 4th spot's really open.
Yeah, I think it's going to be between the 42, 99, and 8, personally. I don't think Penny Kim's bad by any means. She's been not quite on par with the playoffs.
Same with Aaron Bush.
Yeah.
Aaron Bush not bad, but I just don't think he's
Now, I will say,
there yet.
The second half of the season, CMSR has really taken a step up in all 3 divisions.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but their truck teams have been performing relatively well.
CMSR has always had a pretty good, like, lower series program.
Yeah, they've always been kind of the lead Ford development program. I mean, like, even Valvoline, I would say, is iffy. I mean, their truck teams are just, like, atrocious. Juan Marino Jr. is fine, I guess, but, like, you know. 2 cars starting to get away. .28 and 45 side by side. The second spot. God, this race has gone so, like, faster than I thought. Like, I thought we were going to be here until, like, 9:50 my time. So, another 50 minutes. Looks like it might only be another 15. That would be, like, a half an hour faster than I thought. Conaway. Squeaking to the outside of Fields. Conaway, your Season 2 MCS champion. I can't remember if he's really even gone back to this championship after that. I feel like he's been good. I just feel like he's had bad luck. Came to the 9th spot. Aaron Bush still in 12th. Now, albeit he's last in playoff points, I believe, coming into this race. No, second to last, behind Conaway. And he's only going to lose ground at the cut line, but I do believe...
He might have a chance at Michigan.
Oh, not just that. I mean, CMS are historically good there. But I just think... Oh, caution. Oh, and that's the 26th stop, middle of turn 3 and 4. Luckily, everyone avoided him. But we are...
Don't hit the stop score this time.
Anyways. Sorry. Jesus. Jump scare of doom and despair. What I was gonna say is I think even though he's gonna lose ground, I think he's still gonna be within striking distance. I think he's gonna be like 10, 15 points back. Or, sorry, 15, 20 points back from the cut line.
Yeah.
Which is difficult, but with 2 races, especially with Michigan, gonna be a chance. Justin Bell almost just killed Andrew Bell. It was almost Bell on Bell violence, and then I believe he.
And I mean, with his sole win this year comes at a track similar to Michigan. I mean, it's not the same, but it's the closest you can get to Michigan.
Yeah.
I would say.
But yeah, tire down on the 26 will. Maybe not take him out of the race, but take him out of contention for sure. I've kind of forgotten to do wave rounds the past 50 times, so we're just going to give it to the 17. And we'll give it to the 5 as well, because I've probably missed him being waved. So just give it to the 1 lap down, guys. So, gonna be a restart with under 30 laps left. This could be a very consequential restart for these playoff guys. Lots of positions to be gained, lots of positions to be lost. I mean, your lowest playoff driver, P11. There's 8 playoff drivers, by the way. Check email.
Got you.
Just hear me out, okay? I know it's wild. That's how you spell exactly, by the way. So, gonna be probably 24 lap shootout for the race win. No one comes in for tires. I'm a little bit surprised that no one at the back decided, like, the 31. Oh, never mind, he's damaged. But like, someone that's kind of competitive. By the way, Denningham has passed the 32. But like, let's say Corey Soto.
They always near each other.
Yeah, I know. Like, they are always near each other, man. It makes the rookie battle so much harder, because although on paper the 32's been better, like, I would say the 84 is arguably a worse team and is performing in similar, like, areas. It's interesting. Now there's a ton of awards. Could you find the awards list? Because I want to go over all of them that will be awarded at the end of this year. So pace car will come in. They will double up. We will have a 24 lap shootout for this race. Now, 2 things to know. Oh, so 17's pitting. 2 things to know. 1, overtime. 1 attempt if we get there. 2, this may not be our final restart. We will find out. Valvoline lined up on the inside. 4 straight Valvoline cars on the bottom. That's a handful of CMSR cars. 4 dominates the bottom. Coming to the green. Green flag here in Phoenix. Three wide, 4 wide. The second position.
Oh my God.
wastes no time picking up spots. Newton gonna get pushed way back, but he might be able to recover because of how tight they got on the bottom. Top 3 basically remains the same. The 2 car wiggled on entry there. Got wiggled by his teammate. And I think my pick about him potentially sweeping Phoenix this year could be a real possibility. Wise sends it in, gonna pick up 2 spots in 1 turn. Byron Wise sending it right now, giving it all he has in that 42 machine. Oh, he's a little bit slow on the bottom. Struggling now. Maybe overheated his tires in that 1 super push lap. The 8 will work to the bottom, get around Newton. So Newton falling back. I don't think he's slowing. I think it's just where he is. I think being behind the 42 slowing him down a little bit, and then 30 air and the drivers that he's racing around being very aggressive. Under 20 to go. Harms will pull away. Valvoline 1 through 4 as we speak. Freeman to the bottom. Freeman trying to steal one here in the playoffs again. Remember, stole Darlington. They're not making the playoffs. 2-car had some misfortune. Couldn't win that race. He was already locked in, so wasn't that end of the world. 8-car to the bottom for the second spot. Gonna try to take the spot away. Can't quite do it. 45 still stuck on the top side. Unable to pick up spots. Now he's finally clear. So he gets down to the bottom. He's now going to work James Freeman. Try to get back up inside the top 5. Harms will gap the field. He looks like the solo best driver in the race right now. Andrew Bell has recovered to racing speed. I mean, makes sense. He really wasn't that slow. Side by side, the 8-car, I think a little bit quicker than the 28 right now. Oh, wreck! Front straightaway, big one here.
Oh.
Ryan Newman in it. See if the 2
Again.
can squeeze through. And another wreck. We have another restart. After a calm first 2 stages, here comes the storm. Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh my.
It's a big one.
Oh, looks like problems.
Like 31
Brake
involved.
issue for Kelly. I think trying to get down to the bottom.
Oh.
And yeah, I just get to run over. A relatively big wreck. No major hits, really. But that explains a lot.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have another restart. Top 5 still remain playoff drivers. It's been like that nearly all day. Conaway in 8th. Kim in 10th. Aaron Bush the lowest in 11th. I mean, this round of 8, every point is gonna matter. Every point matters right now. I mean, we knew this coming into today, but I expected to have some problems for at least some of the playoff guys. Damn it, Corey Soto should have listened to my strategy. Because imagine he would have pitted, would have been a second quicker that entire run. Probably passed up into this area, maybe even higher. And now he would have had a chance to win. Shake my fucking head. See, this is why I should be a crew chief. I should be a Fox Sports analyst and a crew chief. At the same time, I should do 2 jobs at once.
So Valvoline all top 3 right now. Or 4 actually.
Oh yeah, why did I send something like at like 12:30 last night and no one responded to it?
No, I saw that. I was like, I'll respond when other people respond, but no one responded.
Like, would that be a good idea?
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be fun. Like, we could get like Hoop and Dog and stuff, and we could do like deal or no deal draft and stuff. Like, have you seen the TikToks where like they do it?
Yeah.
And like we do it with like 4 or 8 people, and then
Slime your barber dog.
I think I know exactly what you think.
Just send you the watch that reel after.
I'll watch it right
Unless you
now.
want to watch it now.
We're under
All I'm
caution
gonna
with
say
the
is
defense for another lap, so.
all I'm gonna say is slime your barber dog.
Why does it kind of look like you? Like, you know what I mean?
A little bit.
Dude, he looks like... What is that? Why is it all at the front? He's like balding at the back now.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like, I saw it and I was just like, ew, that's ugly hair, but like, it's just like basic white boy. But then I saw the back. That side profile is diabolical. Anyways, coming to the green. Another restart.
Time for 5 wide racing in the dog leg.
There's my 8 wide racing. How aggressive do we get? Points on the line. Can Fields jump clear? I think that's a big question. And if he does, can the 2-car get past him? I think he can get past him, but can he stay there? Coming to the green. 13-lap shootout. Here in Phoenix, green flag. Fields gets clear. Just like what I was talking about. Now, Harms has to be careful on his defense. Don't let up the bottom lane. There it is, 4 wide for second place.
Oh my god.
Newton trying to get his get back for that last restart. Gonna get all the way up to second, but he gets a bad exit way down on the bottom. But he does pick up spots. Net gain from the 45. He will go to the 3rd position. Now he's gonna attack the 2. Try to apply pressure to him. I feel like Ross Newman might rather the 2-car win than the 28, because the 28 for sure going to be a threat at Charlotte. I think the 2-car is as well, but I feel like the 2-car more likely to actually make it for sure. Arms trying to close to the bumper with now 11 to go at the start-finish line. Here comes the 45 to the outside. Trying to get there. 2-car unable to close that gap. First time I think he hasn't really been able to make any progress here. The 10-car up inside the top 10. Kim has fallen outside of it. We'll see if she can recover. Conaway, he's still in 8th. Side by side for the 4th position. For the lead. Harms to the bottom with 10 to go. Gonna be really hard to get this pass done. Doesn't look like it's gonna work this time. Now he has company from the outside. Newton has been strong on that second lane all day long. The 2-car will be able to hold off for now, I believe. Yeah, 45 just not far enough alongside. The 2-car was kind of able to carry momentum through the center of the turn. I think the advantage of that second line is being able to pinch, and if you don't have control over the position, can't really pinch as hard. That's how you wind up in the outside wall. I think Newton knows this round really, especially for him, is just about getting good finishes. Just solid finishes locks him in. 45 back to the bottom. Gonna go alongside the 2. The 2 might give up the spot. He will stay there, at least temporarily, and he will have the turn in turn 3. Whether he's on the outside or not. And this will allow Fields to kind of pull a little gap. 7 laps to go. Here comes the 2 to the bottom. Gets underneath him for the race lead. Side by side out of turn number 2. Can't quite stay there. The 28 exit speed has been kind of the Achilles heel of the 2. He can't make the pass. The exit speed has been so strong out of the 28 that even when he gets there.
I would say a win for the 28 is big because, of course, those 2 behind him likely gonna make it just because of the massive cushion they have. But a win for him would be massive because it locks him in guaranteed no matter what happens the next 2 races.
Unless he fucking dies.
And it honestly makes that final spot so much more valuable.
Yeah, and I think that makes Michigan more interesting. I think there's gonna be a lot of sending at Michigan if we have Wallace Fields win, but Harms trying to lock himself in. He will be alongside for the race lead. This is the closest he's been to making a pass on this 28.
Keep an eye on that 45. He's going to get really close here because of this. He might try and send it 3 wide.
Watch out. Newton looking 3 wide. He peeks to the bottom. Not going to go for it yet.
He peaks a little bit low.
Oh, the 2 car does a good job covering. You can't go too far below the yellow line. You just get way too tight. Sometimes your car bottoms out and you lose it. 2 cars still just keeping the fight on. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to pass. 28 looks like he may clear again, but the 2 just able to nudge underneath him. Going to take a slide.
Does the 45 try and go around the outside of the 2, following the 28?
No, he's kind of in between.
He's kind of in between them.
The 2 car. Great 1 and 2. The exit speed from the 28 going to pull him back. 2 car in the lead by half a car length. Coming to 2 to go. Side by side, neck and neck at the start finish line.
I think this is where Ross Newman might try and make his move.
There it is. He peeks to the bottom, doesn't quite make it. 2 car clear.
2 cars
the
in
race
a clear.
lead. Now it's all about second here. Can Newton get second away? 28 does get a good exit. 2 car kind of keeps them side by slowing down the 28. 45 gonna clear, white flag. 1 lap to go from Phoenix. They're side by side for the second position. Perfect storm for the 2. Pulling a gap. Neck and neck there for second. Harms pulls away. Harms will sweep Phoenix. Michael Harms gonna try to defend his championship in Charlotte. He's gonna lock himself into the championship. And Fields holds off for second. Newton third. Cooper Jr. fourth. And Wise dropped all the way to the 7th position. Aaron Bush lucky enough to hold on to 11th. And what a finish from Chris Wolf. Same with Edwards Carl. He has a good run. Look at Dan Curry. He's got a top 20. But we will see you next week at Michigan. For Dex and Cup, where potentially another driver could lock themselves into the championship.